speaking of a guy that probably does a lot of stuff similar to raccoons.
Yes.
This dude, Oliver Anthony, blew up.
Yeah,
huge.
who knows that name?
Who knows this? And apparently that's not even his real name. That's just what his YouTube channel was called. I don't think he was planning on blowing up. I think a couple weeks ago he was somebody like a lot of us who are just kind of got their music out. It's not really going anywhere. And it's just, you play around places.
It was one of those fucking real phenoms, or like, what is that called?
A meteoric
ascent.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really weird to watch though.
So he wrote.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But
yeah, he wrote a song called "Rich Men North of Richmond," which we all know that's in reference to Washington D.C.
Yes,
I figured that out on my own after only
Richmond, Virginia is south of D.C.
Only after 3 days, I thought of that. So, anyways, he puts this out. And
it's like a bluegrassy sort of country.
Well, it sounds like a guy from Virginia wrote a song.
Yeah, he's an Appalachian dude, and he looks it, and he is it.
Yeah, and that's something's going on there. And I wish we could play the song, but with the Facebook stuff, it's such a fucking witch hunt for copyright stuff that you can't do a second of anything unless you're sure of what's going on. But there's the old Aquario. There we go. So this guy, Oliver Anthony, writes this song about, just how he sees society. I would call it. He's got. It's your basic protest of the elite not caring about the working class. Everybody's, busting their ass constantly, can't get anywhere. What else? It's unfair. They don't care.
Yeah, but it sparked controversy.
Somehow. And I don't understand.
I didn't understand it then. I still don't really understand it.
What is so a guy from Virginia writes a song about how he doesn't really like the federal government, and everybody thinks that's crazy.
Surprised. Yeah,
this has been going on for 120 years. What the fuck?
That's forever. That's never not been that.
Yeah, really stop.
They're the forgotten fucking people too.
Stop
they
the
have
presses.
a reason.
An Appalachian doesn't like the government.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Everybody, the whole entire nation must turn its focus to this immediately and address.
Yeah, it was
because
so
you know
fucking
what?
weird.
It's
dude.
indicative and it's problem.
Yeah,
fucking whatever.
And it's like there's some sort of fucking dog whistle for racism or.
This is what passes for controversy these days.
Yeah. So you had an article, right?
For real, yeah. I sent you that Newsweek one, right? Yeah. So this is the kind of shit you'll see in reaction to this. They're just trying. It's like, dude,
it's so
where are we at when this is the controversy of the day? Oliver Anthony accused of promoting anti-Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories. Oh, shut up. Who cares?
No.
And why are they anti-Semitic? I don't.
You want to read through this a little bit? Because
I don't believe you. Yeah.
Also, here's another thing that I brought up earlier. The first thing on here is this video of Oliver Anthony's political views. What we know amid Hey, dude, who gives a fuck?
He wrote a song.
Yeah, he put a song on YouTube. I don't give a shit what his political views are. Why do you?
Yeah. What
is this fucking this obsession with picking people apart and just are they clean? Are they clean?
Yeah. Why does everyone have to be? You know what it is? Here's what the point of this is that we're ending up clearly. This is just a piece of evidence that we're getting closer to the Borg hive mind, the fucking Star Trek, the whatever bullshit dystopic scenario you could envision that involves the deadening of all fucking dynamic and personality.
Yeah, you must agree. That's it.
Where are we at when you're telling me that a fucking Appalachian writing an anti-government song is weird?
Factory worker from Appalachia wrote a fucking song, and it's not even
weird.
that anti-government. It's just
really.
It's basically like I don't like one of the things that was controversial in there. If you have the lyrics, did you bring this up?
I had it, but let me find it again.
One of it was like one of the big things that people were bitching about was this line that was like, obese, welfare recipients taking my money or something. You know what I mean? It was basically it was hinting at like people being irritated by the welfare state and being like, well, why am I going to work if Johnny just is going to fucking fake his bullshit and just collect a check of my money?
Yeah, right.
And that's the sentiment, and that's a pretty benign sentiment. I think it's very sort of ubiquitous throughout most of
Yeah, it's not even
rural-
necessarily like until maybe just recently. It doesn't even seem like a fucking staunchly conservative sentiment either.
No.
It's kind of just a human thing of like, you fat motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Because we've all had the experience of seeing somebody that just looks like a real piece of shit, and then you see 'em,
Or you know them, and they are.
right, and then they're getting all their shit for free, and
Yeah.
they don't do anything. Yeah, how many people have you known
Oh, a
that
ton.
have their link card or whatever
Yeah.
in Louisiana? It was the Louisiana Purchase card.
Ooh.
Dude, I've known so many
Yeah.
scumbags that it's just like,
yeah.
oh no, I just figured out how to fucking
Yeah.
like lay here and play video games all
Yep.
day and not do
and
anything.
eat filet mignon, and this is
Yeah.
not an exaggeration.
Or
like they have any food that they fucking want. Period. Like they get enough. Now it's been cut back, I think, because of some.
Well, no, there's
whatever.
stupid restrictions. Like,
Yes.
you can't get any prepared food.
Yeah.
but you can buy fucking lobster if you want. But you
Yeah.
can't buy like the roasted chicken from
Yes.
the store.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
And you
So-
can't buy cigarettes, which in Virginia is a goddamn, fucking sin.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can if I'm in line behind you, because I've done that deal many
Oh,
a
yeah,
time
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like, hey, but some guy's like, bro, you want? I gotta-
want to pay for this beer and the
you get, no, or like, no, yeah,
I'll get your food.
give me $60 and there's $100 on here. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
and then the cashier's always there and like, can I check this? And they're like, yeah, cashier's in on it.
Yeah, they
They're
don't
like,
care.
Yeah, sure, whatever. And,
Because they know that the system is fucked.
yeah.
They know that it's just a joke. So
Oh, so here's the exact line.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. And how can you really logically disagree with that? You know,
that makes sense to me.
young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. And again, nothing groundbreaking here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
but that was the one line, though.
So
if you're
people-
5'3" and 300 pounds, taxes shouldn't pay for your bag of fudge rounds.
Yeah.
That was like one that I saw pointed out a lot.
that people were
around.
saying, "Oh, this is why?"
Yeah, like-
I don't understand, dude. I've seen so many like people just glom onto this immediately. They
Yeah.
don't figure anything out for themselves. In my social networking feeds, all I've seen is people trashing this guy and shit, and being like,
Oh, yeah.
another like white supremacist, whatever. It's like, why do you just fucking just believe anything? What do
Yeah.
you like? What do you, this? How is any of this to do? You think this guy from the middle of nowhere, Virginia, in his mind, when he's thinking about fat people on welfare, you think he's thinking about black people? No, there's everyone
No,
in the
no, no,
trailer
no, no,
park.
no.
It's all the white people around him.
Yes.
Like that's who he's talking about.
Yeah, it's
You know?
Samantha
Like,
in the next trailer.
Right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's talking about.
So whatever.
Big Sam, they call her.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Sammy Big Draws.
That's who. Yeah, Sam. Well, the typical Southern name is like Sammy Joe, but I know someone named Sammy Joe, so I feel weird because I don't want to be calling her a big fat slob.
Yeah,
She's
well-
a friend of our family.
All right, fine.
But
But anyways, yeah, all right, back to this article. So yeah,
maybe
let's
the worst joke I've ever, or like unraveling of a joke of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
I love it, but I can't do it, and I'm sorry.
yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. All right, let's look through this fucking article you sent me though a little bit.
Yeah. So
All right, so let me start this off. Viral sensation and country music star Oliver Anthony, which we'll come to later is not even his name, but has been found by Newsweek to be promoting videos about 9/11, which have been described by a group that combats anti-Semitism as dangerous conspiracy theories. Now,
and
let's
you know,
just break that down real quick.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing that jumps out at me right away.
Yeah.
What's the group?
What's the group?
Whatever the group is, I can guarantee you
They think that
they're a witch hunt organization.
yeah.
That's what they
exactly
all are.
Yes, that is
Every
exactly
time
what it
we look at this, it's always the same shit. It's just trying to justify your own existence by
Yes.
acting like, oh my god, there's
I'm out here getting the evil out. Yeah.
gotta be Nazis here.
Yeah.
They're like those in the cartoons when somebody'd be selling elephant repellent. They'd be like,
Yeah.
well, there's no elephants around here.
Yeah, there isn't.
Exactly.
Exactly. Why do
See?
you think that is? Now,
works.
how many you want?
Yeah. Can I put you down to 20?
Well, all right, a case of 20. But yeah, that's my first. It's what the fuck group? You haven't named the group, so this is bad journalism on its face right off the bat. So. The previously unknown singer became an overnight sensation when his single "Rich Men of Richmond." It's not even that. Come on, Newsweek. Rich Men
It's so bad.
north of Richmond.
It's
you
hilarious.
idiots.
Like the people that.
Who is this? All right, we didn't even look at the name.
But
Let's
the
see.
people that like.
Shannon Power.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, news.
Oh,
no.
sorry.
This is
That was part of the
culture.
headline. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thought that was like a sub. You know.
Yeah, a little department she's in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you don't even know the name of it. In a matter of days, the video received more than 15 million views on YouTube, thanks to the endorsement of popular podcaster Joe Rogan, who shared the video on his X, formerly Twitter account.
Oh, that's what happened, huh? Okay.
Now, first of all, speaks to the power of Joe Rogan's platform.
Yeah.
which they've tried to topple 70 times.
Sure.
And it's just grown to where he shares one dude's thing and it goes to 14 million overnight.
Oh, it changes somebody's life instantly.
Yeah.
This guy, I was just as a side note, he's already made a couple $1 million from what I've read.
Yeah.
It's been like a week or two. But this is what happens when you can't get in touch with what people are actually like and you keep trying to fucking force them to be what they aren't.
Yeah.
This is what happened with...
This is why people like Joe Rogan's platform.
This is why Trump got elected.
Yeah, exactly. This is not because people are white supremacists.
No, the reason they're making a point to spend $1 with this guy, every fucking person in the country that supports this, they're making a point of supporting him to make a point to these people.
Yes,
to make a point to the media, to make a point to the government, whatever it is.
Yes.
And it's like you're so tone deaf still that you're still trying to force these narratives and force this fucking viewpoint on people that are just they're not going to go with it, and now you're just creating weird anti
this guy shit.
Yeah, counterculture heroes.
Oh yeah,
that are like not even good.
Yeah,
you know, like I have no problem with this guy. The song was all right.
I mean, he's a good-looking man.
Yeah, right. I'm kind of just jealous of him. Yeah. No, I mean, whatever. I listen to a handful of his songs. It's probably nothing I'd really be blown away by or throw on all the time or something. But it was all right.
It's just such a weird angle. They always have these angles. So there's Oliver Anthony. This is just the caption under the Oliver Anthony performs "Rich Men North of Richmond" on his YouTube channel. A playlist on his account promotes several alleged anti-Semitic conspiracy.
God.
Like you even have to have it in the photo caption.
Yeah. Okay. So
so now we know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we know what you're trying to drive home here. It's nothing about how he fucking got overnight success, which is spectacularly interesting. It's nothing about what he's actually addressing in his song.
He actually is an objectively talented guy.
That's what I'm saying.
He plays well. He sings well. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
he's a poor factory worker that has.
Yeah, it's a rags to riches.
It is. It's a rags to riches.
Since when do we not like that?
No,
what is going on?
Because this is the only thing they want to push. It's just he's a fuck. So let's. Anthony, a former factory worker from Farmville, Virginia, which is hilarious because Farmville, do you remember that game?
Oh,
everyone was playing on fucking Facebook back in the day.
Okay.
I was like, oh, but I'll go plant my crops. Hey, come look at my corn.
I was just laughing because I just thought Farmville. It's like it's pretty on the nose. Reptilian overlords controlling reality. Could you not do any better than that? Like,
What are we gonna call this fake? Farmville.
Farmville. They'll love it.
Yeah. So Farmville, Virginia, now holds 5 songs on the top 12 of the iTunes charts.
Yeah, because that's what you're doing. Because you try to silence this stuff. Now they're making it a point.
Exactly.
It's like when back in the day when people started realizing when Google would publish like their top 10 search terms of the day or the week or whatever.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, people in the counterculture started realizing this. Okay, everybody searched this 50 fucking times today. One term.
Yeah, let me go take a look.
We'll get, you know, Building 7 or whatever it is on the fucking list.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And and this is how you get that.
Yeah.
You know? So,
they're playing into their own demise.
Do they talk in this? Or do they get to the point in this article?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, so, however, a playlist he created on his official YouTube account includes a number of choices that are likely to prove controversial.
Shit.
Titled Videos That Make Your Noggin Bigger.
I really read that wrong at first. Because then I was almost thought to myself, oh, well, okay, I didn't hear about this one. I had switched the letters of those 2 words. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Videos that make your noggin bigger. It contains 49 videos with topics ranging from music videos to psychology, many from the academic and influencer Jordan Peterson.
Well, and also that he's now supposed to be shorthand for like intolerant male or something, but it's just nobody ever has to make their case.
If anyone's familiar with Jordan Peterson's material and his character, it is such a fucking...
Oh, he's so much nicer than us.
So weird
Yeah.
that's the guy. But anyway... and commentary on the decline of society. Among them are also videos of news reports and discussions about the events surrounding the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on New York City and Washington, D.C., which appear to suggest Israel was involved in or had prior knowledge of the attack.
It's always this.
Yeah.
If you have any criticism of Israel, you're anti-Semitic.
But the Democrats don't support Israel anymore.
Okay, well,
so it's very odd because they don't support Israel. because of Palestine, because of that conflict. They have to go with the Palestinians because they're the underdog.
Right,
they're being oppressed by Israel. So now they can't support Israel. But if you don't support Israel, you're anti-Semitic. But if they do it, they're pro-Palestine.
And now I can't support Palestine like I used to.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
So everything's fucking thrown off by this.
Yes. So campaign groups say such narratives contribute to anti-Semitic tropes. Again, what campaign groups, in what metrics are they using? What evidence of this are you using?
This is
Newsweek.
Like say, 50 years ago or something. Would this type of writing I don't know, and this is an honest question. Do you think the average person would have been more discerning to go like, this contains no sources, no anything? You know what I mean? Are people,
no, I think before it was just people just accepted things. They read something.
Well, because that's what's happening now. Their whatever audience consumes Newsweek regularly. Newsweek obviously has zero. Yeah, it's just us making fun of them. It's like mostly, but honestly, in that I do think that too. I think a lot of this stuff is just driven by like at some evil calculated level. Let's write something retarded to get everyone fucking pissed off, so they'll be sharing it around and stuff like.
I wonder how much of it is that.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a certain amount.
But I think now, I think back in the day, to your point, people weren't as suspicious. Some people were, but more than not, I think people were just like, "Oh, this is the news. Oh, this is the newspaper. Oh, this is a news magazine," and they just would read articles and talk about them. And they just kind of now, I don't think anyone believes this. I don't even think people that agree with it believe it. I think they just want to. Jesus Christ, dude! Why has this never happened before?
I don't know. Just leave it paused or something, I guess.
Yeah, fuck this shit.
We'll just have sleepy fish today.
Yeah, dude. YouTube is just fucking trash at this point.
Well, we got we'll put in some office days this week, you guys. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's just, but this is just. I'm saying, YouTube. Remember when there weren't commercials on YouTube?
Oh, sure.
I get it. The revenue is what makes it what it is. But dude,
remember when
every 20 seconds?
Remember when YouTube had actual YouTubers on it that you could watch, and it wasn't all it hadn't shifted to be exactly TV.
Yeah.
What we all ran from. Yeah,
exactly.
10, 15 years ago.
That it grew to what it was.
The reason, dude, I remember 10, 12 years ago, YouTube was my only source of entertainment. It was totally fine. It had everything I wanted. It was every subject, every type of person. You used to watch you'd look for a subject. Oh shit, this just happened. I wonder who might know something, and you'd find some random fucking dude with no production value, but he had the whole story figured out and broken down.
It was fun.
It was a great time. Now there's none of that. Try to find that now.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's just type in the truth about whatever, and you just get a bunch of NBC and CBS. Why this conspiracy theory is a fucking bunch of bullshit. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's TV now.
So
it's gone.
Again,
but,
we'll just pause this and just say fuck it. But yeah, my point was going to be.
Yeah, remember when YouTube just your fish would work properly?
Yeah. But my point was just to get back to this. I feel like now it's just, nobody believes any news, right or left. They just find shit that they agree with, and then that's the new sort of benchmark. It's just whether or not you believe in it, or you agree with the sentiment of it.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
It's like everyone knows everything is bullshit. So then they just look at these things and share them amongst their like-minded friends.
Yeah,
that's just the economy, the news economy now.
And then you get a little social networking dopamine hit, and you go, "We're right, they're dumb. This is awesome. Look at us." And then
but again, this is like Newsweek. They're not even providing any sort of sourcing or fucking evidence. They're just they're just accusing.
What's the dancing Israel? Oh, that's the thing they keep trying to say never happened, that there was videos of that.
Which it was,
saw.
which everyone saw.
The dancing, the people celebrating after the buildings fell. And again,
that could just be people that hated the U.S. Lots of people hate the U.S. It doesn't mean anything.
Were, where they were, but it happened.
But that happened. And also, So this is, okay, so this is the angle that the media has been taking, basically. Is that this guy is some sort of right-wing fucking conspiracy theorist, white supremacist, and all this shit.
And why? Because it's the welfare and he doesn't like the federal government?
I'm not exactly sure. Honestly, I mean, I do. I have my suspicions, but yeah, so then this is something that I came across the other day, which was
And sorry, before we go on, I just came over this again. It's selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Yeah.
Why is this controversial?
It's not. It's not.
I think also people hear something weird, and there's this one line that's it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you, and they think that comes with a wink.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it does, honestly. Anyways, that's not how people are down there either. I've spent a lot of time down in those parts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
our listener here, Eric, just said he spent 3 years in Richmond.
Yeah, I mean, most of those places, dude, I honestly think people in Chicago are way more racist than, like, most of the
You think?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, well, most of the Appalachians really, I don't know if they put on a face for outsiders or what, but I've run into people that are very live and let live and very cool and very, like, so nice that you've got a few, you know, when you, like, when you sort of shelter someone else from your sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like if you're hanging out with like an 80-year-old woman that's just like, hello. And you're like, I can't be
That's
me.
what everyone in the mountains is like.
Yeah.
It's like talking to an 80-year-old woman. Yeah.
South.
Yeah.
Not
right.
into the Appalachians, though.
Well, mountain people are different than plains people and shit like that. And, you know, don't even get me started if they live in a fucking valley. Holy shit.
Okay, so I came across this, though, if we want to take a look at this real quick. And this was something on Oliver Anthony Music's Facebook page. And I'll just read through this real quick. It's lengthy, but it's not like long.
Okay.
And actually, we don't have to go through. So it's been difficult as I browse through the 50,000 plus messages and emails I've received in the last week. The stories that have been shared paint a brutally honest picture. Suicide, addiction, unemployment, anxiety, and depression, hopelessness, the list goes on. I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit at the top of the iTunes charts. Draven from Radio WV and I filmed these tunes on my land with the hope that it might get 300,000 views. I still don't quite believe since we uploaded it. It's just strange to me. People in the music industry give me blank stares when I brush off $8 million offers. I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote that music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. No editing, no agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot and his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. So that being said, I have never taken the time to tell you who I actually am. Here's a formal introduction. Now, first of all, his name's Christopher. His name's not even Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver was his grandfather.
He just named his YouTube channel that to honor his grandfather.
And then everyone just is calling him Oliver. And he's like, but you can call me Oliver if you want. He's like, whatever. But yeah, so it says, in 2010, I dropped out of high school at 17. I have a GED from Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I worked multiple plant jobs, my last being in a paper mill in McDowell County. I worked third shift 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour in a living hell. 2013, I fell. So basically what I'm saying is this is why people are fucking connecting with him.
Yeah.
Because he's just a fucking dude.
Right. And that's really interesting, too, that if we live in an era where a guy can, like, blow up to meteoric stardom who didn't even desire it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like...
It's cool.
And I could identify with that kind of thing, too, because I've often thought about that, too, of like, what would you really like to achieve? I'm like, I don't think I would really want to be...
Yeah, the
like,
fame part seems fucked to me.
Yeah, like...
I don't like that.
I would like to, like, make a living, have a nice... fun time, have fun.
Yeah, be comfortable.
Yeah,
have
like,
all the options that
Right, but I don't want. But like he said, can you imagine, dude? Because I've done a lot of, like, you know, traveling around with small fucking music operations and stuff, and blah blah, and it's hard already. And then I've worked with some really big ones. I worked that one the other day with the band Sister Hazel, right? And they're not. It's like, even at that level, it seems very annoying. And that's all, they're playing to like 1,500 people or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
if
it's
you're
a
filling
whole
stadiums,
giant,
are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a whole giant fucking production. God, there's so many people coordinating things, and it's so much involved, and so much cost, and so much to be, you know, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got to fucking talk to like 300 people after the thing. And like, it just seems.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being in charge of an enterprise like that.
Oh, well, I was working with the people that were. They're fucking stressed out.
I'm saying like this. Like, if you're at 20 million fucking views in a week, like you can sell out large places at that
Oh,
point.
this guy could play any venue in the country right now.
Like literally,
Like,
he could
book
probably
it for
go
next
Madison
week
Square Garden
and sell it out. Oh yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is like that sort of operation. I get not wanting that. That takes a certain sort of person. I was actually thinking this the other day about the UFC. Like, it's funny because there was a big upset, whatever, and I'm watching the fight as they go out, and I'm just thinking it's so funny because they always talk about there's a lot of people that are fucking beasts in the gym, but they can't perform under the lights in front of 19,000 people. They get out there and they crack. Yeah. So it's like it's another level of how good you have to be, how fucking sturdy you have to be.
Oh, yeah, there's a certain type of person that, like, they could probably be the best athlete in the world, but, you've felt stage fright before, and they go out and get jelly legs and a little disoriented.
100%.
And it's
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Neither of us would even go out there with our shirt off.
Right.
In front of 20,000 people. I'd be like, oh, God, what are you talking about?
I mean, I might take my one shirt off and leave my second shirt that I wear on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really like just having one on.
Yeah, but like it's just such a. So I get what he's saying, but here's another thing: is I'm going to go back to this real quick. I think a lot of what people are on the left are reacting to is something like this, where he says, "When is enough enough? When are we going to fight? And what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you." And then he goes, "Just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have let false idols distract us and divide us. It's a damn shame." This is one of the reasons I think he's hated by them. Because they really cannot accept at this point anyone aside from like what they would call marginalized religions having a viewpoint like that. It's very weird.
They also don't like, I think there's a Jeffrey Epstein reference in here. So that now again we keep going over this. So what? Now that didn't happen.
Yeah. Now we can't talk about the.
That wasn't weird. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
There was no fucking famous influential people involved. No, nothing. He wasn't.
No, you can't talk about.
He wasn't running in odd circles for a man who's obsessed with fucking children for 30 years, like on record. Which it's
like,
kind of
what are we
weird.
doing?
Which is a thing that's been rumored to be going on in these fucking circles forever. None of this is
Which
weird
we're
to
gonna
you.
dig into a lot more this season. We are obsessed.
I mean, but it's just like, why is it? So like people, they've successfully worked it to the point of like, he mentioned Epstein. Oh, so he's QAnon. This.
So now you just have these little demarcations that you can just, it's these little annotations where you can be like, here, white supremacy.
You complete the formula like a robot would.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, a Borg, a hive mind.
Exactly. And this is the thing, like, what's weird is we were in an era at one time where they were moving the goalposts out in terms of bizarreness and in terms of what people would believe, what they would expect, what they could deal with. And now I'm really alarmed at the thought that if they're moving them back in, like what is our situation at this point? Because now they're moving them way back in to the point for you that where you go like, a farmer doesn't like the president. Oh, what? Holy shit.
What?
Well,
oh my God.
Never heard of anything like this. He's not a fan of bureaucracy. No way. Wow. Like what?
It's idiotic.
Yeah. So that just kind of scares me, basically. The idea that it's now closing back in and they're going to fucking pinch us off somewhere and they're going to turn, but they just want everyone to be mindless copies of each other.
Well, here's the thing is also the tone deafness, like you were talking about earlier. So I there was tweets about this, obviously all over the place. This was one I found pretty interesting here. Let's take a look at this.
We got a couple more minutes on this.
And then we'll go to break real quick. But so this is the tone deaf nature of the people that are sort of attempting to cultivate what the country thinks and what his norms are and whatever. Rainn Wilson of Office fame and nothing else. He was Dwight, and I loved him as Dwight. And I'm not a huge fan of him. I've seen him on podcasts promoting a book that he wrote, and he sort of tries to sort of act like he's walking that middle ground, but he's not. His tweet was, "If I were writing a song about rich men north of Richmond, I wouldn't talk about obese people on welfare. I'd sing about CEOs who make 400 times their average worker's salary, up from 50 times 30 years ago, and corporations that pay zero taxes and offshore tax shelters for billionaires." Right? Now, You can imagine him really thinking he's fucking clever.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you know, let me enlighten this bumpkin. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, maybe you should learn something, fucking Redbeard. Everyone on here is like, literally every comment. I mean, you can just go down. There's thousands and thousands. You know, a millionaire explaining to the common man where he thinks our problems lie. This is a ballad for the forgotten and neglected. The flyover people. We know what rings true. If he was a member of our class, he'd long since forgotten. Oh, yeah, talking about Rainn Wilson. If I were a Hollywood actor worth several million, I'd shit on seemingly overnight viral song by an Appalachian ex-factory worker. That seems to be uniting Americans of many colors, cultures. Like, just... It's
exactly, dude, and they don't understand that you're not in charge anymore. Like it used to be in the old days when everybody was so enamored with movie stars.
Nobody
and
gives a fuck about you anymore.
We fucking
do your thing, dance, shut up, go away.
Kids are fucking. Here's what people are doing now. They're gonna watch a KSI music video and then fucking watch them take a shit live on Twitch in the next 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And that's what people think of their celebrities at this point. It's actually kind of degrading to be a celebrity at this point.
It is weird. They just they want to know all.
But like, still, they keep trying to do this thing of like, oh, look, you're not in charge of the conversation anymore at all.
And also this little clever like, oh, maybe you should look at corporations. Hey, fuckface, this guy's not worried about that. He's worried about his neighbors. You know what I'm saying? This is. It's
well,
just
he's kind of talking about the whole thing. That's not the only thing he mentions, and he's talking about.
The system.
He's talking about the system that allows that to be going on.
The corporations. Exactly.
Right,
That's the thing. It's not. It's a myopic view on Rainn Wilson's part, but also it's pointed towards the part where he thinks the only problems lie. That's because you live in Hollywood, you fuck. You don't see anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you're not exposed to the actual problems.
How do they not get that like phony Hollywood everyman routine does not work anymore?
Yeah,
it's been over for like
servants, you idiot.
Yeah,
you have servants and drivers and assistants, and fucking you won't get on a plane or a show if they don't have the right color Skittles. Like, you have no idea what's going on with anyone in a real life situation.
What did he just do on Bill Maher that was irritating? I can't remember.
Sat.
Yeah.
And talked.
Yeah, he was, because was he on Bill Maher?
Yeah.
I watched some of that and I just really did not enjoy it.
Or on his show on the HBO.
No, on the podcast.
Yeah, on the podcast. Yeah. I watched it. I don't even know if I could finish it. But yeah, again, he's doing this weird thing where he's trying to appeal to everyone.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of that.
It's very vague.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll tell you who I appeal to. Nobody.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. Yeah. I'm not vague about it at all. Fuck you.
So, anyways, this is the odd tale of the time
Oliver Anthony.
The time everybody freaked out that an Appalachian
factory worker
didn't like the government. Yeah.
Thought the government was corrupt.
Right. And so it was that the entire country worked themselves into a frenzy.
Into a tizzy.
Over an obviously completely routine event.
Idiot.
Okay.
Just completely fucking moron.
I don't know what we're doing here anymore.
Nobody does. All right, we're going to take a break, folks. I'm going to throw on some fucking...